mermaid-esque.
Will is probably 6'2", but he's very modest, so he says he's 6 feet tall.
Julie's like a pretty good combination of both like a fun-loving personality, but also kind of has her shit together.
He's handsome, he's very smart, and he's hardworking.
Julie is a good combination of a responsible person and a fun person.
He's very patient. He's one of the most patient people I've met, and I'm very impatient, so it's really helpful to have somebody around who kind of reminds me to just take a breath and it's okay to wait for things. And he also goes with the flow really well, which is important since I don't.
I think there's a good balance there.
We balance each other out really well, personality-wise.
Julie does the grocery shopping, and I kind of hate grocery shopping.
Oh my gosh, vacuuming.
You know, when I go grocery shopping, it's very much like me wandering through, picking out random things that like catch my eye.
I hate vacuuming. I find it to be just the least satisfying chore. No matter how much I vacuum, there's always still more stuff on the floor.
And Julie comes up with like a plan. She's like, you know, she can like plan stuff out. She can like find the discounts and stuff like that.
But Will really likes vacuuming. So especially when we lived in an apartment and it was totally covered in rugs and rugs on top of rugs. There were just rugs everywhere and too much furniture, and he would just get the vacuum in like all the nooks and crannies, and I definitely did not have the patience for that.
I always end up buying like a couple random staples and then like random expensive stuff that like we don't need.
We're both awesome at dancing. We dance better together too, so.
Well, we didn't really have a proper first date because we met on this tubing trip, and then we both went to a party afterwards, like the next weekend. So I think our real first date was the weekend after that, but I don't remember who asked. I think it was just mutual at that point.
Oh my gosh, I was so stressed out. So we were Facebook friends, and I don't know, I guess I was maybe Facebook stalking him a little bit, and I saw that his birthday was on August 1st, and then I like looked at the text message he'd sent me asking me on a date, and it was the same day. I was like, oh, it's like so much pressure. I don't want to ruin someone's birthday. And then I was worried about like, well, what should we do? Like, what should I bring?
It was my birthday, coincidentally, and not that that mattered, I just did it because that was like the day that worked, and Julie brought me a cupcake, which was nice.
I texted Brian, and I was like, well, what's Will's favorite cake, like, flavor of cake? And he was like, I don't know. It's not what, the guys don't talk about that kind of thing.
But I do remember that she asked Brian ahead of time, like, what my favorite flavor was. And I don't know what Brian said, but my guess would be something along the lines of, how am I supposed to know that?
So basically nobody knew what kind of cake I should get Will, so I got a chocolate cupcake and a red velvet cupcake, figuring like one of those two would be good enough.
Chocolate, I think? Maybe chocolate peanut butter? I don't know.
So I guess you like the cupcakes. So this is very weird, but when I first met Will, I felt like he was kind of different from other guys I met. I was like, you know, maybe I'll keep track of the dates we go on. Maybe it'll come in handy later. I was really into scrapbooking, so like maybe I could make a scrapbook. So I started keeping track of all the dates we went on, and I numbered them. And on our 100th date, I got a plan to get him out of his apartment. I told him that I coached from 7 in the morning till 10 in the morning. So I said I was really tired and I just wanted to come take a nap, and his apartment was close to the pool. And he was like, well, I'm going over to my friend Brian's house, but you can just come in and take a nap. I don't nap. So that was not a thing that was gonna happen. I'm not a napper. And so Brian was in on it, and I asked him to like let me know when Will's coming back and like keep him for a while. And I blew up 100 balloons, and I wrote each date on each of the balloons, and I like spread them around the apartment. So then when he came back, I was like, surprise, happy 100th date. And so it was about like a month before our first anniversary. But it did make, you know, all future events much harder, because when you do something that cute that early in the relationship, it's really just downhill from there. After that, he sent me a picture a couple days later. He hung them all up on the wall in order, so he had ordered them and then he put them all up.
Oh yeah, so Will Wednesday, you know, when we first started dating, Julie was coaching on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so, and maybe Mondays too, also.
And Will Wednesdays, So, as many people know, I spent a lot of time at the pool, and Wednesday was always my free night until now. Now I coach on Wednesdays. But for the first 3.5 years of our relationship, I was always free on Wednesdays. That was the only night. So, we always had Wednesday date night. And so, up until the September, we always did something together on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays was like kind of the day that we could hang out. Yeah, I had some stuff during the week too. I had stuff. I did movie night on Tuesdays, and I seemed to always have something going on Thursday. So Wednesday was like our day to hang out. So we'd end up like every date would be on a Wednesday.
So we actually alternated for pretty much all of our dates. So he planned the first one, I planned the second one, and we went kind of back and forth from there. And then if one of us had something going on, that would be our next date.
Julie coined the term Will Wednesdays because she's clever.
So I didn't know that he was going to propose. I had a feeling that it was going to happen in like the near future. I didn't think he'd propose while we were in Costa Rica. I thought he would think it was too cliche.
So the day I proposed, we were in Costa Rica. We were staying at Arenal, and we took a hike up to this like volcano overlook, because Arenal is like a town kind of like nestled in the foothills of this volcano.
But then the day it happened, it was pouring rain like the entire time we were in Costa Rica. And so one of our adventures got canceled because of the weather. So we decided to walk up to this scenic overlook. It was pouring rain, as I said, and completely foggy. And so we left maybe an hour before sunset.
But the weather was awful. It was like pouring rain, and the entire time we were there, it was like foggy and like misty the entire time. So we never actually saw the volcano.
And we're walking pretty much straight up a mountain, just straight up, can't see anything. And there are weird sounds and we can't see. And it turns out there was like a bunch of cows that got loose. They like got out of their pasture, and people were on ATVs trying to corral them. And so we keep going up to the top of this mountain, and then we're standing at the top. We like finally made it to the overlook, and we're pretending that we can see this volcano, and we can't see anything. It's literally just fog.
But we got up there and we took this hike, and we got to the top, and I proposed, and she was like, "Oh, is this really happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's happening. It's on."
And then he was just like, "So, you want to like get married?" And I was like, "For real? Is this happening right now?" And then I said yes, and then we pretty much ran down the mountain because it was getting really dark.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and then we had to like get out of there really quick because it was getting dark, and it was like still raining. We're like,
Well.
"Oh, Brian, no, just kidding. Julie." I feel like I'm on 60 Minutes.
I don't know if I can say this in front of who's gonna see this video.
No, don't use that.
Is that bad? Should I say something else?
Oh, I got a good answer.
Makes me feel like I'm being funny, so.
Nerve-wracking. No, man.